I did this yesterday. So this is a piece of selenite, okay, and then the other one is a conch shell, right? And the conch shell, of course, has got the Fibonacci spiral in there too. So what we'll see is the level of geopathic stress, okay?
So what is it you're putting in?
I'm going to do a test for positive energy, right? So with that, what we can do is we can check for the geopathic stress here, right? And it's everywhere. Like the energy being emitted from down into the earth, okay, 3,000 feet down, can hit above and create up these energy vortexes.
Yep.
And for whatever reasons that things are interfering with it. So by doing that, as I walk around, okay, so right here it's pretty positive. We're standing.
So open is positive?
Open is positive, so it's good.
And close is negative?
Yeah, and I'm just going to shut the shutting the amp down, okay? So you can see as I walk through it, right now, this is pointing forward, okay? So it's negative, this particular spot. And as I move forward, I'm moving into, like for example, this here. This is a positive reading, okay? So this is a good spot to be in. But just as it is in buildings, here we got a negative reading. And then here we get a positive reading, okay? So if we were to boost it, and we turn on the signal generator at 7.83 hertz and amplify it, then we can see, okay, how, again, this particular
so there's
frequency.
A sound coming up.
There's a sound coming up, and we can boost it a little bit and just, you can perhaps hear that now. Okay, at 7.83 Schumann waveform, the Earth frequency is like the Earth's heartbeat. And so, like right away, as we boost that, positive, okay? So all these areas that I've walked to where it was changing to negative, it stays positive.
Wow.
Okay? So we can have an impact by just playing those frequencies in buildings. Hey, even events like this on a sporting field, okay? People are determined to, whatever, play soccer. You want to change the atmosphere, have a nice, good feel, because the Earth heartbeat is loving. You know, it's just the way nature works. It helps each other. Nature really, in fact, turns into...
Wow, that's pretty big.
So this is how much we've changed that, okay? So this now we're in a negative spot. So let's see, there's a line even here. We'll walk in the same direction in a minute. So by adding a few different objects into it, I have, for example, a conch. It's natural, it's from the sea, right? And so again, how nature, and when we work with nature, it's not our enemy. Nature is our friend. When we work with nature, we can create more harmony for us, for all of nature. So here's a conch shell, again, from the ocean, and it's got 369 pattern in it, okay, also referred to as Fibonacci. So geometric design, okay, 369, you'll see it in the universe, the way whole galaxies, solar systems, all on that spiral, the 369 spiral. It exists in nature, it's everywhere, okay, and it's part of nature's signature, and so we can work with that. So once again, we place that on there and see what kind of an effect, okay? So we got 7.83 hertz, the Earth's heartbeat, and we put the conch shell on there. So how is that changing the dynamics, okay? So little things that, again, anything we put in on near us, that all has an effect on our life force, okay? So we come to the point where we were before playing that, okay, which was right here, okay? But you can see how this is still positive, okay? So adding something like seashells, conches, crystals, they tend to harmonize. They're not just objects that are useless, okay? They do actually work for us. And we really need to connect rather than be in a disconnect and thinking as to we need to control nature. No, look as to how to live with harmony. It's there for a reason for us, okay? And so look at how much further we've been able to extend that range. So this is very interesting as I've been playing with the frequencies, the pyramid frequencies, the earth frequencies, DNA repair frequencies, 528, which is also the love frequency.
Wow, this is
Look
incredible.
at this. This is just adding a simple thing created by nature. Now, wouldn't you not say that if that can help and boost the energy and make it more positive? So we're like right here, okay? Did you see this kind of collapse? And like we're more than double by just using the boost from the amplification at 7.83. Lamp there, okay, which is again natural stone formation, and we're going to check that out. So here we are, okay, this line over here pretty close to it, and this line up we're close to that corner on the road as our reference point. And what we'll do is we'll just exchange that. And so the more things we can add and duplicate, and I play around, I put my card on it, I put my OGs on there, I put this shell, and I have this whole glass plate on top of that amplifier, loaded with just different things. And then if I added the gem sphere on top of it, I will drive for miles, 50, 60 miles, and I can still pick up that energy.
What is gem sphere?
A gem sphere contains plasma, and plasma is what everything is made out of. We got blood plasma, but everything in the universe contains plasma, okay? So the closer we get this kind of an understanding, and that plasma is energy, actually plasma is free energy, okay? So if we know how to harness and work with this free energy, we can change things. And that's why when they take DNA samples on one side of the planet and work on it on one other area remote, we can see the changes. And that will be our program next week. We're actually going to do some live blood tests, and as we're observing the blood from the microscope on the screen, we're going to do some energy work with the person on another site within the building, okay, in another room. They're not going to be connected. And as we're changing and we're putting energy into that person, we will see how the blood cells change, okay? So they're not connected. We're not taking even a new blood sample, but we can see blood cells morph, changing structure, okay? It may be a big mind shift to have to realize that this is possible, because we're looking always at everything as being machines, okay? That's the Newtonian science thing, and we got to work on the machine, fix the machine. But how much we can do, as we're all part of consciousness, we're connected to that consciousness. What we do on one side can affect the other. So, what do you want to pray for someone? What do you want to meditate? The more you start realizing and putting the intentions into this, put your energy and intentions into it, we can affect change. It's not about the numbers, it's not about going voting, not anything like that, okay? And 51% win. You and I, we do our thing, and we can start making differences. Okay, so I'm going to take the conch off, and I'm going to put the selenite, and you can see the effect of the selenite. Again, nature's way of how they are producing things and allowing us to work with that. Okay, so I'm going to put this on there, and I know if having done this at home, I'll plug this in. Oh, I can't plug this in. Okay, it doesn't matter. I know that if I...
The light?
Yeah, if I put the light on, it even makes it even brighter.
Okay.
Because,
and it's
like with salt lamps, okay, you get warmth, you get negative ions being, so it increases the negative ions from that. But yeah, I only have 2 plugins on that, so I'm limited, but that's okay. Let me just see if there's any more in here. No, that's it. So I'm just limited to those 2 plugs. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing here. Let's
just
walk.
Prediction, do you think it's going to be further down, or it's going to be closer?
I think it's going to be a little bit closer.
Closer?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Well, let's just do it. But then again, if we were to combine those 2, which I've done, you know, the conch is amazing, okay? So have you ever had a conch by your ear? You can like hear a noise actually. It's like
Ocean noise?
ocean noise, okay? That's stored, okay? That's the energy of the ocean is stored in that because it was formed in the ocean. And it's just like when you start thinking of how all this is connected, it's amazing, mind-blowing, okay? And you know, it's even it says in the biblical scriptures, we're wonderfully and fearfully made, like our bodies. But then if we were to look at all of nature, it's amazing, okay? Whether you believe it or not, but when it says when God created those things, he said and he saw that it was good. You know what? It's still all good today, okay? The intentions it was made in, it was to be good, it was there for our help. So watch what happens. We are at this point. Pretty good though. We're a little short of that distance, but I know if I was to light it up,
The line
is just in front of us there, about another 30 feet roughly. Okay, and I know if I had been able to light the lamp up inside, it would definitely go at least that far, if not a little bit further. Okay, so there you have it. Just a couple of quick examples, and then I do a whole conglomeration of cards, OGs, and put them on that card on top of it. It's totally amazing.
So,
and I've seen this even change people with shut down chakras, completely shut down chakras. I play these frequencies, and after a while I monitor and I do another reading on them, and it's already opened up. Okay, so hey, there's so much to be learned about this, and we can just the sky is the limit. I'm just scratching the surface. I don't know it all, but I love getting to know more of it and being able to share. So my thing is, I want to just simply encourage you to, hey, take some of this information and do your own part of that. Okay, the more of us are part of this whole thing, changing, looking into it, you know, and making it our own. Okay, and then we make it our own. It basically enhances our own life, and we start like looking at things different way, because we all have opinions and biases on things, and we need to set these things aside. Keep an open mind. What are the facts? What do I need to know myself about this? Okay, make it yours. Thank you.